to the United Nations, drug trafficking is a global illicit trade involving the cultivation, manufacture, distribution, and sale of substances which are subject to drug prohibition laws. It is something that may harm us as teenagers because we are in a stage in which we are exposed to drugs and alcohol. It is really easy to get into drugs, but the consequences are always going to be there. We wonder why do people ruin their life just for a few minutes of pleasures. The drug trafficking needs to stop, but first of all, we need to promote a healthy lifestyle among teenagers in our society.
Drug-related violence in Mexico has increased since December 2006, when President Felipe Calderón took a different, more aggressive approach towards drug trade, declaring a war against narco-traffic. Outgun and out-train. Drug dealing organizations in Mexico are equipped with sophisticated 21st century technology. Drones, helicopter, encrypted communications, automatic weapons, machine guns, grenades, rocket-propelled grenades, and anti-tank rockets, etc. Mexican government often faces highly trained units. Corruption in different social levels. Involvement of lower class into drug trade business. Military and police officers switch sides altogether. The information and training provided by these assets helps their employers anticipate reactions taken by the government and therefore avoid them. Municipal, state, and federal governors and leaders are being bribed by drug trading organizations. Many causes have been shown through the years. Since war was declared to narco-traffic, military troops have destroyed illegal crops, seized tons of drugs and contraband. They have also arrested and interrogated cartel members. Mexico's strong stance against the cartels seems to be contributing to the increased drug-related violence. There was an estimate of 1,200 kidnappings in 2009, and 7,000 people have died because of the drug problem only in 2009. One of the economic impacts it has had is the devaluation of the peso, in which it fell 50% in 2009, which was the biggest fall in decades because it affects the tourism area and puts tourists in danger.
The UNODC is an organization at a multinational level that can help people against narco-traffic. Here you can find the Latin American giant, Mexico. You click on it. In the introduction, it mainly tells you that the UNODC is an organization against drug trafficking and violence related to it. It was established in 1997. In missions, you can find out that its main objectives are the rule of law, which basically tells you that law should be the basis for security and justice in a country. It also tells you in policy and trend analysis that these laws should be based on accurate information for them to be effective. And as well as prevention, treatment, and reintegration, they tell you that people who have already fallen into narco-traffic should be reintegrated into society because they're still part of it. Here in project summary, you can find out all the projects they are taking on in Mexico, as well as here in budget. Donors, you can find out in what they invest their budget on, the countries that donate, and how they distribute all this money. Well, I think that UNODC has the potential to help many people internationally. SIG, Centro de Integración Juvenil, is a non-profit organization incorporated in the health sector founded in 1969, with the aim of addressing drug use among young people. SIG has an experience of over 40 years, and its activities are aimed at prevention, treatment, rehabilitation, and scientific research on drug use in Mexico. The mission of SIG is to provide prevention, treatment, and to deal with all of the drug consumption based on scientific knowledge and form specialized human resources. The objective of this organization is to contribute in the reduction of the demand of drugs with the participation of the community through programs of prevention and treatment based on evidence to improve the lifestyle of the population.
Factors involved in this narco-traffic issue are not only international or national, they can descend into individual people, you, me, students, teachers, everything. People as individuals act as a community, and their actions are reflected as one. You are part of this massive business, and it's in your hands stopping it.
¿Por qué crees que son malas?
Porque crean adicción a nivel del cerebro, lo cual hace que cada vez tu cerebro y tu organismo necesiten más droga para funcionar.
¿Cuáles son los efectos secundarios que pueden causar las drogas?
Además de la adicción que causan, tienen problemas a nivel psicosocial, causan alucinaciones, psicosis, y a nivel psicosocial obviamente con destrucción de la familia, hace que los pacientes tengan que robar para conseguir el medicamento o la droga que están consumiendo por la necesidad que les causa.
¿Cuál es el efecto que han llegado a tener las drogas en México?
Primero, el nivel de... Generalmente esto no afecta a todas las clases sociales, obviamente a ricos, a pobres, pero hay mucha desintegración familiar y obviamente el crimen organizado ha incrementado porque hay cada vez más adictos.
¿Cuál sería un tipo de efecto secundario que puede tener sobre adolescentes?
Lo que pasa es que los adolescentes son la presa más fácil y son más fáciles de convencer. Entonces es ahí donde las personas que se dedican a la droga es donde inciden más. Y como son presa más fácil, entonces el efecto es más. O sea, la forma de convencerlos es más fácil y es más fácil que caigan. Y obviamente trae todas las consecuencias que ya mencioné.
Our campaign is about spreading awareness about this problem, about the possible solutions that we can create to solve this, and also the effects and the bad things that may happen to us. To make more dynamic this campaign, we decided to use this poster. The name of our campaign is Stop the Cycle, because we believe that narco-traffic is just a massive business in Mexico. When people consume, they generate business for the dealers, continuing a long list of violence, of insecurity, of corruption, etc. Here in our campaign, we designed this poster, and people can write the effects that narco-traffic has in Mexico and the possible solutions they can take as individuals, or the government could take the possible solutions for this issue.
From our participants were similar in one aspect. They believe narco-traffic and its collateral effects are responsibility of the government. However, the purpose of the campaign was to change the perspective young people have of being unable to make a change for good. People as individuals have the capability of contributing with small actions to generate a greater one. Student can make a great change by not accepting drugs, by protecting his or her friends, by keeping him or herself away from vulnerable situations in which there is a risk of being a consumer. In the narco-traffic issue, and in many others, we as individuals form part of a community. Therefore, our actions are reflected as part of a whole. You have to be empowered to stop the circle.
We think in
In order to assist drug issues, people should start from the root of the problem, which we believe is education. If we create awareness campaigns and let know the society about the seriousness of drug trafficking, people will start worrying and start educating the new generations of teenagers in a way they find other solutions to their problems rather than being part of a drug cartel. If kids receive a good education, we would have less illiterate people and more prepared adults to join companies or industries to work. And with this, Mexico would have as a result less poverty and less need to desperately get out of the streets. In a more direct way, to reduce drug trafficking, we have to stop the circle of drugs in our surroundings. Not accepting it from our friends or family is a good way to help stop the problem.